Hello. You might be wondering why I'm stood here dressed like this, cleaning the walls with a loaf of bread, right? Well, let me explain by taking you back to the start of my day.
Who's she talking to?
The Georgian era. For the rich, this was a time of extravagant fashion, sumptuous food, and wild and wonderful parties. But it was also a time before many of the luxuries that we take for granted today. For the household servants, this meant huge wooden floors to sweep, carpets to clean, meals to cook, accounts to run, dishes to wash, and food to order. But with no electricity, phones, computers, cars, dishwashers, microwaves, or central heating, how did the Georgians run a household? And what was life like for a Georgian housekeeper? Well, I've come to Strawberry Hill House here in Twickenham to find out. Now, this house isn't your typical Georgian townhouse. This is a Gothic castle with a very unique history and a very unique owner, who just so happened to be the youngest son of the first Prime Minister, Robert Walpole. So, let's meet Horace Walpole.
Good day, I'm Horace Walpole.
Horace Walpole lived here around 250 years ago.
I lived here in 1747. That's around 250 years ago.
Horace Walpole loved... Wait a minute, he can just tell you this himself.
I love reading and writing. I particularly like stories that are a bit spooky, a bit ghostly, and with a bit of romance. This is called the Gothic genre. Now, in 1747, I was looking for a place to put my summer residence, and I had my eye on a particularly fashionable piece of the River Thames near Twickenham. It was called Chopped Straw Hall. It was just a couple of cottages, but nothing special. But I had a vision to make it into something magnificent. A little Gothic castle with pinnacles and battlements and a round tower.
And so, taking inspiration from Gothic cathedrals and abbeys around Europe, Chopped Straw Hall became Strawberry Hill House, which was to become a tourist attraction both in Horace's day and beyond. This house is certainly impressive. So, how does one run a house like this? Well, I'm off to meet Margret, Horace's housekeeper, to find out. Now, Strawberry Hill House attracted a lot of interest in its day, and so Horace allowed visitors in groups of 4 to take tours of his house and gave strict instructions that under no circumstances must children be allowed inside. As was the custom of the time, the housekeeper, Margaret, used to lead these tours, and this is where she used to meet them. Margaret used to do really well out of running these tours. It became customary for each member of the group to tip her 1 guinea. That's worth around £100 in today's money.
Oh, catch that door, will you? There's a milk pail behind it. We're to clean the floor later. It's Lauren, I presume, is it?
Yes, Margaret, hello.
What on earth are you wearing? Put this on, and you are keeping me late. You can see I am dressed for town, can you not? I also have paying visitors who are going to come to this house later, and you have kept me waiting. Up the stairs. Come along. Quickly. First job of the day is to empty the chamber pots.
Chamber pots?
You know, that thing that lives in in your bedroom for you to do a wee in the night? Well, lucky for you, they've already been emptied. In fact, I've already done most of your job since you were late. Come on in, you will see that I have half opened the shutters for when we go round the house to open the rest of the shutters to ensure that the rooms are full of light and air. But you must be careful to open them delicately, because they get a bit stuck. There we are, that will do, you see? Now then, we've got much to do, come along. Clean the fireplaces, sweep them out, make sure that they are ready to be lit to keep the whole house warm. Do you know that there is a reason why Mr. Walpole likes me so much? It's because I smelt a fire in the chimney and saved the whole house from burning down. But that is what you expect with a housekeeper of the calibre of myself. Now come along and let's sweep out this fireplace.
So how do I clean out the fireplace?
Well, you must sweep out all of the old ashes and the old fire so that it may be lit to keep the whole area clean and no soot coming out. Of course, we must clean the chimneys very regularly as well because that can be quite dangerous.
This doesn't feel like one of the better jobs. And whose job would this be on a morning?
The maid of all work to do it, perhaps the housemaid, whoever is on hand and in shouting distance of me when I think it must be done.
And it feels like there's an awful lot to do on a morning. Do you have to get up really early?
It is my job to supervise the other maids and female servants in the household, make sure they are doing their work. I mean, I would rise myself about 6, maybe a little earlier, make sure they have risen, perhaps earlier than me, to get the jobs done.
What time does your day finish?
When his lordship has gone to bed, but even then, I have a bedroom very close to his, so if he shouts, then I will go to him. Well, anyway, we have much to get on with, so come along, chop chop. On we go, come along. Next up, we must dust the whole house. Here is your pony head brush for the task. You may start here. Quick, quick now. Got the whole house to do.
You're known as Mrs. Young. Does that mean there's a Mr. Young on the scene?
Come now, Lauren. I am known as Mrs. Young because I am the housekeeper. That's the position of preeminence among the household staff, and it reminds people beneath me to pay me the appropriate respect.
And how much can you expect to be paid as a housekeeper?
Oh my, aren't we insolent and nosy today? I am paid £15 a year. Is that sufficient information for you? Well now, we should hurry along, we have other work to be doing. Off you go.
She's everywhere. Right, I've dusted the whole house. What's next?
Well, now you're going to help me clean this painting. Here is your potato, catch that. You're going to cut that in half. With the wet end, you're going to create a lava on that very painting. Then you're going to get a sponge off the residue, and then you're going to use silk cloth to polish the painting up to a sheen. I have forgotten your silk cloth. I'm going to go and fetch that now for you, but you get started while you're waiting.
Okay, so there's no way the modern day staff are going to let me do that. Conservation techniques have come on a long way since the 18th century. Right, this is really hard work. Is it time for a tea break yet?
Well, not for you. You don't work here yet, so there's no tea allowance for you. Keep going.
Can you explain to me why I'm cleaning floors with milk?
But surely everybody knows that you use milk on a stone floor to bring out to a lovely shine and to keep the dust away. Keep going.
Yeah, but I've run out of milk.
Well, to finish the floor, you'll have to get some more milk then, won't you?
Where do I get the milk from?
From a cow.
You want me to milk a cow?
Well, I'm not going to do it. So I suggest you go out into the garden, find one of Mr. Horace's cows, he's got a few, and go and milk it. Off you go.
What's next?
Well, you've done passably well. So next up, we've got to make sure we clean all of the walls of this place. And for that, you're going to need some bread. There you are. You're going to tear some of that off and use it to remove any scuffs or marks from the walls. But now I come to think of it, there are quite a few walls in this place, aren't there? Let's give you that as well. Off you go.
And that is how I came to find myself stood here, dressed like this, cleaning the walls with a loaf of bread. Margaret, it has been fascinating learning how to run a household the Georgian way. Thank you so much. So, having now taken a look at the role of a Georgian housekeeper, I've decided that, well, this isn't the job for me. Now, where's that teapot? Just a quick note from me before I go to say that this video was made in collaboration with the wonderful team at Strawberry Hill House, with the fabulous Dr. Cat from the YouTube channel Reading the Past and the marvellous kids historical interpretation company Zoom Through History. I'll leave a link to all three below. Do go check them out. And if you haven't visited Strawberry Hill House before, then I hope this video inspires you to add this enchanting Gothic castle to your list. As always, if you enjoyed this video, do hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. And see you next time for more adventures through time. Bye-bye.